Have you been hanging and banging, brothers and sisters? Have you been in the gym, pumping that iron, and getting yourself in top shape? If so, you need to fuel your body, and nobody can do it better for you at a better price and a better quality product than our friends at Best Price Nutrition. That's bestpricenutrition.com. 1-800-499-4810. They got free shipping on orders over $99 in the USA. They even have a 30-day return policy. Ladies and gentlemen, Best Price Nutrition is where it's at. Are you looking to advertise your small business? Then look no further. The PowerCast Network has over 12,000 hits per day to our channel. We have packages starting out at just $1 per day. That's right, you can advertise to an audience of over 12,000 each day for only $1. Give us a call at 815-290-9087 or drop me a line at info@braddrake.net. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 1987 Supermod. This is the Christmas series. That's right. All month long, it is strictly the AWA and the WWF. Tonight, we are back in action with the World Wrestling Federation, and we are recording 2 episodes of All American Wrestling, and then we'll be back again tomorrow recording another 2 episodes of All American Wrestling. Our venue is incorrect here. We are actually going to run, and keep it realistic, the Riverfront Coliseum, which is in Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio. So I think that's Great Lakes. Yes. So here we go. It's an awfully big arena. We're going to end up overpaying. We're not going to use this since we're recording a B show, but it's realistic to what we were doing. See, we're only expecting 4,300 fans. So, you know what? I'm going to call an audible here, everybody. Let's find ourselves a smaller arena in Ohio, and let's use that arena. So again, I'd like to keep things realistic, but realistically, they were drawing big crowds to these events. This game's not being realistic because it's a B show, because it's recording a B show. So let's check out Ohio and see if there's anything else that we can run that's in the Cincinnati area. Let's bump it up a little bit. Okay, I like the Thomas J. Frerick Center. That's looking pretty realistic here. St. John, Steubenville. Looking pretty good here. Seagate Convention Center in Toledo. That's it. We're going to run the Seagate Convention Center here in Toledo. So we're going to change this over. And there we go. So we are ready. Seagate Convention Center. Bam. We mean business here. And let's see if we can get Ohio written in there. We can't. It's okay. Ooh, I just messed this up big time. Okay. There we go. Seagate Convention Center. It's down there now as a record for us. So we have that venue booked. Let's head back to the main screen and see if we have any issues. Absent workers, it's all of our usuals here. And let's take a look at our backstage instance. What's going on, Bob Orton Jr.? Turned up very late. We're going to fine Bob Orton Jr. He's unhappy And frankly, Bob Orton's unhappy to begin with. He's going to be leaving soon, so, I mean, there's only so much we can do here. All right, everybody, let's give our card a quick rundown here, and then we'll get to booking. We're going to see the Islanders in action. Blackjack Mulligan's going to be on the card. Adrian Adonis will be wrestling. And then our main event, we're going to see Bob Orton Jr. and Don Morocco. Now, for next week's show, which we will also be filming here tonight, we're going to see Tom Magee in singles action. The Young Stallions will be in tag team action. Greg Valentine will be in singles action. And in the main event, we're going to see the Junkyard Dog. That's right, everybody. Let's go ahead and let's get to booking. Anderson and Costello are going to open up here against the Islanders. And the Islanders are going to continue stacking up wins here. So here is Billy Anderson. And Costello's first name is escaping me at the moment. Brian Costello. Yes. And if we make it back to the main screen, well, we won't until tomorrow. I have feelers out there to a bunch, and I mean a bunch of enhancement talents to try to make this more rotating, since we're doing so many matches at one given time. So here we go. The Islanders are going to take the win here, and man, they just have heels written all over their faces, but they were indeed baby faces at first, before they came under the tutelage of Bobby the Brain Heenan. And here we go. Blackjack Mulligan's going to cut us a promo, and Blackjack Mulligan could always cut a mean promo. Blackjack Mulligan's another one that's not going to be around too much longer. He had a nice little comeback with the WWF here, probably as a favor to his old friend Blackjack Lanza, but don't quote me on that. I don't know what the circumstances are exactly. Now, we've been using Craig DeGeorge, so let's see if there's anybody else we can use here. Any other announcer? Dick Graham was specifically. We could use Ken Resnick. Yeah, let's try using Ken Resnick here, since he's not really being used in anything else. And he's going to be talking to Kenny Resnick. Ken Resnick was another one that McMahon gave a contract to and stole from the AWA just to hurt them. Okay, we're going to have Blackjack Mulligan in a match now, and he's going to face Dave Barbie. Dave Barbie, a big bad dude, but in this situation, he's not big enough and he's not bad enough for Blackjack Mulligan. And Blackjack Mulligan was a big bad dude. So here is Dave Barbie. Here's Blackjack Mulligan doing his thing. Mulligan's going to get the win here. And that one is in the books. It's kind of fun looking at these old cards and seeing Blackjack Mulligan in there. First time I caught that, I'm like, no way Blackjack Mulligan was with them in '87. And sure enough, he certainly was. All right, Adrian Adonis is up next. And I want to double check to see who Adrian Adonis is managed by here, if he was. Yeah, he's with Jimmy Hart. Okay. I can't stand Adrian Adonis. I'm glad he's going to be gone soon. You know what? They got this wrong. I think Adrian Adonis was still with Johnny V. No. No, this is right. Adonis got his hair cut after the Piper thing. Yeah, this is absolutely right. Okay, so here's Adrian Adonis, and here is his manager, Jimmy Hart. And he's going to be talking with Kenny Resnick again. And entertainment. 6 minutes. Let's see how we do, everybody. All right, Sam Cody is going to face Adrian Adonis here. I give him credit. Adrian Adonis was very good in the ring. I just didn't like the guy. He gave me the creeps. He eventually, when he left the WWF, he was fired. And then he ended up picking up with the AWA and was working there. And I'm telling you, for a guy of his size, he was good in the ring. He just creeped me out. The gimmick was real. All right, Bob Orton and Don Morocco are going to cut a promo here. I like to use the regular and. They, of course, are managed by Mr. Fuji here. There's Bob Orton, the ace. Here is Don Morocco. Don Morocco's... Why isn't Don Morocco on here? Oh, this might be one of these deals where Don Morocco doesn't work B shows. Gotta be it. All right, we have to call an audible here, everybody, and change this one up. Let's take a look here. Do we have the new Dream Team? We'll have the new Dream Team here. Okay. No problem. We'll make the change. Just going to make our video a little bit longer here. So we will remove... Boy, that's strange. I just want to double check this. Yeah, no Don Morocco. Very strange. All right. New Dream Team. Cut a promo here. All right. And we will have Johnny V give them a hand, since neither of these guys possess the strongest of mic skills. So here we go. Johnny V with Greg Valentine. And his partner at this time, that was Dino Bravo. Man, was Dino Bravo a powerhouse. They're talking to Kenny Resnick here. And they are in a storyline here with the Rougeaus. So they're going to be talking about Jacques and Raymond, or Raymond Rougeau. I do like all this television. It really helps you get the angles over. And we're going to base Johnny V on entertainment. And he's going to be the only one. All right, that one's booked. And in our main event here, we are going to have Don Driggers and Joe Mirto versus the new Dream Team. That one's going to go 3 minutes. It's going to go 4, actually. So here is Don Driggers. And here is Joe Mirto. They, of course, are facing the new Dream Team. That's nice that he's injured. I don't care. And Greg Valentine's going to get the win. I bet you he's going to win with that figure 4. All right, this one's booked. We're at our 35 minutes. We are ready to rock, everybody. All right, the Islanders get the win here. Very nice. A lot of green here going for them. That's good. And Haku wins with the Tongan Death Grip here. Very nice. Next, we have Blackjack Mulligan cutting a nice little promo here with Ken Resnick, 70 overall. And Blackjack Mulligan gets the win over Dave Barbie with the Claw, 61. Good stuff. Up next here, Adrian Adonis cuts a decent promo here for a B show, 68 with Jimmy Hart. Good stuff. Adrian Adonis gets the win, scoring a 74, and Sam Cody injures his wrist. Well, soon enough, I should have enough enhancement talent where that shouldn't matter. And here we go. The new Dream Team cuts a promo. Not very good. Only a 56. What are you going to do? All right, up next here, the new Dream Team in the ring. The 71, 72, 49 overall. Not bad at all. I don't think there's going to be any takeaways except for holding back business, which is fine. All right, we're going to finish this one up. 60 overall. Not the end of the world, everybody. All right, here we are. We're ready to book the other side now for next week. And we got David Stoudemire in there against Tom Magee. And I thought incorrectly that Tom Magee was used as enhancement. And he was not. I checked his record on cagematch.net, and it looked like McMahon had some plans for him, and the guy just didn't develop for whatever reason. But we're going to keep him around, and we're going to keep getting him some wins here. So here is Tom Magee. Remember, a guy with $1 million look. I even had it written down as enhancement talent. And I'm going to have to make that change. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to do it right now so that I remember. There we go. Oop, didn't mean to do that. And Tom Magee's going to get the win. That one's in the books there. Up next, we've got a Young Stallions promo. And as we know, these don't tend to go the best. So, but again, it's experience. Everybody, I can't tell you, I can't tell you enough. I have had so much fun doing this. This WWF save, it's just been an absolute blast. It's a lot of fun. They're talking with Kenny Resnick here, and they are in a storyline, I believe. They are not. Okay, so they're just going to cut a promo here. This has just been an absolute blast watching the old footage, and really going back to childhood for me. And it's a blast. When I do this stuff, when I go through these old promotions and I do my research, I watch a lot of the old footage. I do a lot of research on cagematch.net, and it is just a lot of fun going back and watching this stuff. The WWF's production was just so good. If anybody wants to wonder why the WWF won and why they took over and just dominated, all you have to do is watch their television. Their television, their production was far superior to anybody else's. Their wrestling may not have been the best. I can completely agree with that, especially when it's all squash matches and shows like this. But their production just blew everybody out of the water. And I really think that that's a major factor in why they dominated. In fact, I can remember being a kid, a young kid, and watching the WWF as compared to the NWA, AWA, world class, stuff like that. Shoot, I accidentally closed that out before it was done. And I can remember saying to my brother, boy, everybody just looks minor league compared to them. And it's true, they did. All right, here's Frankie DeFalco. And his partner again is Joe Milano. And they're facing the young Stallions here. So here we go. They are plugged in, DeFalco and Milano versus the young Stallions. This time I won't screw it up, everybody. Jimmy Powers gets the win for his team. There we go. All right, up next, we're going to have Greg Valentine cut a promo on his own with Johnny V. Why not? It's probably going to be really bad, but you just never know. Here's Greg Valentine. He's talking to Kenny Resnick here. And he's based on entertainment. And he is in a feud, so he's going to be talking about the Rougeaus here some more. And so here is Jacques Rougeau. Here is Raymond Rougeau. And off screen. Bam. That one's in the books. And we are going to see Tommy Sharpe versus Greg Valentine here. 3 minutes for this one. Here's Tommy Sharpe. And here is Greg Valentine. Greg Valentine was so smooth in the ring. Everything he did just looked effortless. He did lack charisma, as we all know, but the guy always looked good. He was always in shape. I don't think he was a steroid guy by any means, but he always looked good. He was in shape. He was tanned, and he was just so smooth in the ring. All right, Junkyard Dog is up here, and he's going to be cutting a promo for us. He's talking to Kenny Resnick. And I'm pretty sure we have him in a feud. I just want to double check what feud that is. He's still in the feud with Harley Race. So here we go. Entertainment. Off screen. Booked. And now we're going to have our main event, which is going to be Ivan McDonald versus the Dog here. As I've said before, it's a shame, but Junkyard Dog by mid-1987 here was just not the same as he was in years past. He was out of shape. He was flabby. He had a drug problem. He was not dependable. and it was a shame. But I can remember being a young kid, he was one of my favorites, if not my favorite wrestler. I just loved watching the guy. He was so much fun. But now that I'm an adult, and I know how bad things were with him and why he was limited and only used sporadically as he was. All right, we're going to start this show, everybody, and Tom Magee gets the win with a 5. Red text to doom all over the place here. Oh, man. Wow. A 5. Good stuff. Here we go. Roma and Powers are awful in their promo, but they at least get a 42 here. So that's all right. The young Stallions get themselves a win here. They win with that high double drop kick. And, hey, Greg Valentine hits a 70 on his own, so now we know not to use Johnny V. All right, so Valentine on his own, 70. Not bad. And here we go. Tommy Sharpe versus Greg Valentine. Valentine wins with the figure 4 leg lock. And Greg Valentine gets a 70 on his own with the holding back business. Junkyard Dog gets a 67 here against the King Harley race in his promo. Talking about the King Harley race, that is. And let's see how he does in the main event here. He wins with the thump. 67 for JYD on his own. He sustained some broken fingers. Yada, yada, yada. Imagine that. We're going to go ahead and finish this one up. And thanks, Jerry Briscoe. And this one finishes up with a 54. And that, folks, is exactly why it's a B show. So that's going to do it for us, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow. And we'll record the next 2 episodes of All American Wrestling. We're going to see some fun stuff on these cards, of course. And we'll get the colors changed over here so I don't record the wrong shows, because you know I will. And I'll take a quick look here and see if we see anything fun. Jose Estrada is going to wrestle in singles. I'm sorry, him and Omar Atlas will tag up. And we're going to see the Can-Am Connection, Tito Santana, Kenny Patera. Yeah, we got some good stuff coming up here. All right, everybody. For those of you that are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and leave us a message below. Let us know how you found the channel and what you think of our work so far. We're glad that you are here. For those of you that like version 9 of the Supermod, head on over to braddrake.net. Drop me a line. I'll be more than happy to send you a link to the database and the picture pack. Last but not least, for those of you that would like to join up with us on social media, you can do so by going to facebook.com/groups/1987supermod. You can also find us on the subreddit TEW 2020 Friends. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. The Christmas series continues tomorrow. Take care.